single mom of twins went for a job interview unaware the CEO is the man she once had a past with. Sometimes, life brings you face to face with the person you tried hardest to forget. A woman clutches a file tightly in her trembling hands, standing outside a towering glass building. Her reflection stares back, tired eyes, a brave smile, and two tiny hands waving from a taxi window behind her. "Good luck, Mommy," her twins shout in unison. She waves back, forcing a smile. What she doesn't know is that the man waiting behind that office door is the one who left her heart shattered years ago. And this time, he's the CEO with the power to decide her fate. The morning sun filtered through the high-rise windows of Andersen Enterprises, the city's most prestigious firm. Emily Carter, a 29-year-old single mother of twins, took a deep breath as she clutched her resume, her palms slightly sweaty. It had been years since she'd stepped into a corporate building. Years of struggling to keep her children fed, balancing two part-time jobs, and sacrificing her dreams for survival. Her best friend, Sophie, had helped her prepare for this day for weeks. "You're smart, capable, and beautiful. Don't let anyone make you feel less," Sophie had said that morning while fixing Emily's collar. Emily smiled faintly, remembering her words. She needed this job more than anything. Her rent was overdue, her twins' school fees were pending, and her savings were almost gone. As she stepped into the elevator, her heart raced. She whispered to herself, "You can do this." When the doors opened to the top floor, she was guided to a sleek, modern office. A nameplate on the door caught her eye. Ethan Walker, CEO. She froze. That name, it echoed in her mind like a forgotten melody. No, it couldn't be. Ethan Walker, the man she once loved, the man who had vanished from her life without a word 7 years ago, leaving her heartbroken and her world in pieces. But before she could process the thought, the door opened. He stood there, tall, confident, dressed in a tailored suit, eyes sharp but familiar. Time had only made him more handsome. But those eyes, the ones that once looked at her like she was his entire world, now held surprise and guilt. For a second, neither spoke. Then Ethan's expression hardened. "Miss Carter? Please, have a seat." Her voice trembled. "Thank you, sir." The interview began formally, but the air was thick with tension. Ethan's questions were professional, but his eyes often drifted toward her, studying her, searching for traces of the girl he once knew. Finally, he asked, "What made you leave your previous job?" Emily looked down. "Personal reasons. My children needed me." "Children?" His voice faltered for the first time. "Yes," she said softly. "Twins. They're 6. Something flickered in Ethan's eyes, confusion, disbelief, maybe even fear. After the interview ended, Emily gathered her things and stood up. "Thank you for the opportunity." Ethan nodded slowly. "You'll hear from us soon." But as she walked away, he whispered under his breath, "Emily, why didn't you tell me?" Her steps froze, but she didn't look back. Outside, tears welled in her eyes. She looked at her twins' photo on her phone, Liam and Lily, their innocent smiles giving her strength. She whispered, "We'll be okay. Mommy's got you." But deep inside, her heart ached. She knew the past she buried had just found her again. The next morning, Emily received a call. "Miss Carter, congratulations. You've been selected as the new executive assistant to CEO Ethan Walker." Her heart skipped a beat. She wanted to say no, to run far from the pain that name carried, but her children's needs made the choice for her. "Thank you," she said quietly. When she arrived at the office for her first day, Ethan greeted her politely, his tone distant yet protective. It was clear he was struggling to keep things professional. He often found reasons to talk to her, asking small questions, offering help, but Emily remained guarded. One afternoon, during a late meeting, a photo slipped from Emily's folder, a picture of her twins. Ethan picked it up before she could. He stared at it, his hands trembling slightly. The boy, the girl, their faces. Liam had his eyes. Lily had her smile. "Emily," his voice broke. "Are they mine?" The room fell silent. Tears welled in Emily's eyes. She tried to speak, but her throat closed. Ethan, I tried to tell you back then. But you disappeared. Your number changed, your address, everything. I thought you didn't want to be found. Ethan's face paled. My father sent me abroad the day after our last argument. He said you wanted nothing to do with me. I looked for you, Emily. 4 months. The truth hit like thunder, years of misunderstanding, pain, and silence unraveling in a single moment. Emily turned away, crying silently. You have no idea how hard it's been. Every night I prayed for strength, not for me, but for them. I didn't want your pity. I just wanted peace. Ethan stepped closer, his voice breaking. It's not pity, Emily. It's love. It's regret. And if you'll let me, I want to be part of their lives, of your life. She looked at him, torn between fear and hope. Weeks passed, and Ethan began spending time with the twins. He'd show up with small gifts, help them with homework, and take them to the park. The children grew fond of him instantly, unaware he was their father. One evening, Emily found the courage to tell them the truth. Liam, Lily, remember Mr. Ethan? Yes, Mommy, they giggled. He's your dad. The twins looked at each other, then ran to hug him. Ethan's eyes filled with tears as he held them, whispering, I missed every first step, every birthday, but I promise, I'll never miss another moment. From that day, everything changed. Ethan helped Emily rebuild her career. They spent more time together, old wounds slowly healing, new memories forming. Months later, standing under the soft glow of sunset, Ethan turned to her and said, I lost you once, Emily. I won't let life take you away again. She smiled through tears. Then don't let go this time. He took her hand, firm, warm, certain. And as their twins laughed in the distance, Emily whispered to herself. Sometimes, the past doesn't return to haunt you, it returns to heal you. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past, it rewrites the ending. Love, once lost, can find its way back when hearts choose to believe again.